Today I'm going to talk about the importance of sleep. So we know that with dysregulated sleep or having an irregular sleeping schedule, individuals might be more likely to experience symptoms of anxiety and symptoms of depression, among other symptoms. And what recent research has shown is that improving sleep routine and sleep schedule has led to improved symptoms of anxiety and depression without specifically targeting either of those areas specifically. So how do you get your sleep schedule back on track? Well, the first thing that we need to find out is how many hours of sleep per night is optimal for you. For some people, 5 or 6 hours of sleep is enough for them. For other people, they need 8 or 9 hours. This varies person to person, so there isn't one correct amount of time that someone needs to sleep in the night. It varies by person. So what we'll do is we'll think backwards. What time do you need to leave the house in the morning? How much time do you need for that? So let's say you need to get up at 7 and you need 8 hours of sleep. That's when you're doing your best. 9 is too much, 7 isn't enough. So you're getting up at 7 in the morning, you need to be going to sleep around 11. And going to sleep, I mean falling asleep, lights out, getting ready. So before that, what we'll need to do is establish a sleep routine. And in much the same way that children need a sleep routine to prepare themselves to go to bed, adults need this as well. So the way to do this is to give yourself between 30 and 60 minutes to get ready for bed, but then to also do an activity that will help you calm down, that will help signal to your body that we're getting ready to go to sleep soon. Some people like to avoid screen time before going to bed, and I think this can be a helpful practice. Other people can watch TV and feel like this is a behavior that is calming to them. Usually what I like to recommend is for somebody to read for 20 to 30 minutes before falling to sleep. I recommend reading not in your bed, but maybe somewhere else. We want the bed to only be associated with sleep. So you're going to read until you start to feel sleepy. Once you start to feel sleepy, then you're going to go into bed and turn the lights out and go to sleep. Over time, some people who use the bed for other activities, such as watching TV, looking at Facebook on the phone, or doing other things, the bed can become associated with doing those activities rather than solely having the bed be associated with sleep behavior. So what we need to do over time is strengthen the association between getting into bed and feeling tired and going to sleep. Now for some people who have a dysregulated sleep schedule, going into bed is associated with increased anxiety about not being able to fall asleep and thinking then about how little sleep they're getting. It's taken an hour already, and I'm getting an hour less sleep, I really need to go to sleep. So then they start to try to fall asleep. And this can further increase anxiety. Over time, this can then create association between laying down in bed and arousal, or becoming anxious and worried. So part of getting a sleep routine back on track is to break that association. The way to do that is to, when you're noticing it's taking more than 20 or 30 minutes to fall asleep, to get out of bed and to read, or to do a crossword puzzle, or to do some relaxing activity until you're feeling sleepy. And when I say sleepy, this means your eyes are starting to roll into the back of your head, or you're starting to nod off. This is your body telling you that you're ready to fall asleep. So you're going to read or do a pleasant activity until you're getting those signals from your body. Not the idea that you really want to go to sleep, but your body's telling you by your eyes rolling back or your head nodding off that you are ready to sleep. And that's when you go back into bed. And you'll do this over and over until you are able to fall asleep. And at first this might lead to less sleep, but in the long run what you're going to do is form an association between bed and sleep, rather than bed and arousal and anxiety about not being able to sleep. This is a difficult process, and oftentimes people might need professional help in order to make this happen in an effective manner. Other people are able to do it on their own. So over time you're going to form a positive association between the bed and sleep.